Hi guys, hopefully you're having a great Friday. Let's quickly talk about Yuri Tielemans and Lisandro Martinez. Now, obviously we were linked to Tielemans like a month ago, but then that story went quiet. We were given the reason. The reason was because we were trying to get Jesus in, we were trying to get Fabio Vieira in, we were trying to get Rafinha in. But now since those stories are almost over, all of them, especially if Rafinha ends up joining any other team, then we can be back to Tielemans. I've always wondered why we haven't gone to him, but I'll come back to that. Let's see what Ben Jacobs had to say about this story. Yuri Tielemans update, still no formal offers made. Tielemans wants to join Arsenal and Edu still in touch with his agent. Arsenal have agreed terms and worked on the deal for a year but have never placed an official bid. So we literally agreed everything with Tielemans, bids, weekly wages, guarantee him a starting position at Arsenal, but we've never actually made a bid. That's a huge surprise to me because I've always imagined this would be the first guy I would have gone for. But Jacobs also says Fabio Vieira's arrival doesn't rule out Tielemans. We were told that maybe since Fabio Vieira came in, that Tielemans wouldn't be an option no more. But Ben Jacobs disagrees with that. I also disagree with that. The guy is a left winger, a central midfielder, like an attacking midfielder. And Tielemans is coming to help us as a central midfielder and as a defensive midfielder. So three different roles. He also goes on to say Arsenal still deciding whether to make a bid that would cost maybe between 25 million to 30 million. For me, I would have gone for him a long time ago. Eric Ten Hag also interested. Tielemans was actually a Ralph Rangnick target but didn't want to join Man United under him. Interesting. If Arsenal reached an agreement with Leicester, told Tielemans will sign. So that is all we need to do. That just reach an agreement with Leicester and this would be our player. The genuine interest from Man United may force Edu to make a decision quicker than expected, especially if Ten Hag pitch proves appealing. So as I said in the thumbnail, will these bids be coming very, very soon? Because according to Ben Jacobs, since Man United are interested now, that could push Edu to make a bid right away for Yuri Tielemans. Now, I still don't understand why we haven't made a bid. I've been very surprised to hear when we were talking about Rafinha and hearing people talk about Gnabry. I've always been wondering because for me, if I was the manager, right after we beat Everton on the final day, the first player I would have targeted is a striker, Gabriel Jesus, and the second one would have been Tielemans. So when I heard that we wanted Rafinha and we wanted to splash 60 million for him and fans want us to splash 70 million for Gnabry, I'm always like, why? We need a midfielder and a striker first. The others are for later. We already have a winger in Saka. Martinelli is good. Smith Rowe had a good season. But we don't have a midfield. So, yes, signing players like Rafinha and Gnabry, very exciting. Gnabry is a world-class player. Rafinha that definitely gotten me excited. But I don't see the point of the 131 million we have left from the 215 million we were told about. I don't see why we should just go and use that on Rafinha or Gnabry and leave our midfield open. Fine, we can score 5 more goals in a game, but without any midfield, you can also concede 10 chances on the other side. So I don't see the point of winning, of scoring 5 goals and conceding 6. I really don't see that point. So for me, I would have gone for Tielemans long time ago. Yes, even if we have Elneny signing a new contract, we know Elneny's job in the team, just a backup. But Tielemans would strengthen our team, especially in the bigger games. We know against Nottingham Forest at home, Bournemouth at home, we can play with Partey, Odegaard and Smith Rowe, or we can play with Fabio Vieira in there, depending on who is there. But against teams like Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham, you can't really just go full attacking there. So you need someone like Tielemans who can help you in both sides, both directions, defensively and attacking-wise. So this would have been the second player I would have gone for. So hearing that Arsenal have never made a bid is surprising to me. He also goes on to say, Ben Jacobs also goes on to say, Tottenham and Real Madrid, other clubs sometimes linked to date, but aren't serious suitors, nothing advanced. Right now, Leicester are planning for Tielemans to stay and not totally rolling out a new deal, which would still come if offers don't materialize. So they're still just waiting for an offer from Arsenal. And the fact that it's only going to be like 20 or 25 to 30 million at most, I'm really surprised that we haven't gone for him yet. This would have been the first signing I would have made, Yuri Tielemans. So I'm expecting them to finally make a bid eventually. Don't see us just letting him go, especially not to Man United. We know Man United's problem is midfield-wise. We cannot just let them strengthen right in front of us. No, we can't just let that happen. So that's the latest on Yuri Tielemans. We should have gone for him. Personally, I would go for him. If you give me that 70 million, I would not go for Gnabry. I would not go for Rafinha. I'd rather spend that on 2 midfielders. the guy from Lens. His name has vanished, but the guy from Lens, the midfielder, and I think his name is like Sek or something. And then also Tielemans, but Tielemans would be my first option. That's why I can't even remember the other guy's name, because Tielemans has always been the first option in my head. Go for this guy first. That would have been the first option. Next up is Lisandro Martinez. What happens to Lisandro Martinez? Now, Arsenal and Man United are having a bidding war for this guy. We gave them 30 million euros. They turned it down. We gave them 35 million euros. They never gave us an answer. And before we even heard about whether they accepted it or rejected it, we gave them a third offer of around 40 million euros plus 5 million add-ons. Now, they still haven't given an answer for that. And that is because they're waiting to hear what Man United have to offer. Now, they don't have to sell the player. That's the thing. They're not willing to sell the player. They're happy to keep him. So, and the money doesn't really fascinate them. If the 40 million euros was really good to them, they would have taken it long time ago before Arsenal changed their mind. But for me, I would have gone for him right away. I'm still confident in this one because I don't think we can let, since Rafinha and Lisandro Martinez are the players we are linked to the last couple of weeks, I don't see both of them slipping to Chelsea and to Man United right after Bissouma into Tottenham. We cannot afford to lose all those battles to those rival teams. So I can see if Man United come in with 40 million euros, I can see Arsenal upping it again. So I know they're saying Man United could be favorites for this one. The only reason they could be favorites is because of two reasons. Because the manager used to be at Ajax and Lisandro Martinez could have a relationship with him. And number two, the other reason why he could be a better option for him is because I think at Man United is kind of guaranteed to play. At Arsenal, the positions he plays, Gabriel, Tierney, and Partey play in those positions. So can you really convince him that, you know, if you come here, we assure you that you'll play ahead of Tierney? I'm not sure. You will play ahead of Gabriel? I'm not sure. So maybe if he really wants to play, it feels like Man United has a better opportunity for him to play because Maguire hasn't had a great time at Man United. He could even end up leaving sometime. And the likes of Shaw have been struggling with injuries. That's the same with us with Tierney. So they can actually convince him that he's going to play on the left side. So it's really up to him. But again, it wouldn't be up to him if we splash more money than Man United. If we gave them 70 million right now, obviously Ajax would say you have to go to Arsenal because they've given us 70 million. But it's a bit of a surprise that we're not going for Tielemans as of now. And Lisandro Martinez, it's going to be really hard. There was talk about other potential other players that would go for, like Grimaldo and those kind of players from Benfica. But Lisandro Martinez gives you so much, man. Those are the three positions where you really need players, especially at the back, because Tierney gets injured and Partey gets injured. So if this guy can cover for you every single one of those positions, that would be massive for us, absolutely massive. So let me know. Do you think we should be going all in for Lisandro Martinez, even give them 50 million euros? Or do you think we should go for other options? That depends if you think Gabriel and Tierney are replaceable and you need someone to come in and replace them. Or do you just want a backup, someone who's going to just come and be a backup for Tierney? We don't have to spend 40 million euros. But for me, what I would do right now, I'd pay that 45 or 50 million euros for Lisandro Martinez, and I'd still pay for that 30 million for Tielemans. Those two players would increase our chances of next season. If you add that to Jesus and Marquinhos and Fabio Vieira, if you have 5 signings by the middle of July and you have another 1-2 months to get other deals done, then if you have remaining money, then you can go for the likes of Naby and Rafinha. That is what I'd be happy with. But going for a winger and then leaving the midfield open, I'm not sure about that, especially not splashing 70 million for Rafinha and Naby. Personally, I would be going for midfielders. Maybe you guys think different. Let me know in the comment section. In case you haven't checked out the video of how Arsenal could line up next season, click on the video on screen right now and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.